So I've been married to my husband Nick for the last 16 years. We have 3 wonderful and beautiful daughters. Our oldest Bella is 15, our youngest Jocelyn is 11, and our middle daughter Kiara will forever be 8. Kiara, our middle child, was beginning to show some symptoms of behavior that was different for her back in the fall of 2012. With that, shortly after her behavior started to change, we noticed that she started to rapidly gain weight, which was unlike her. So we kind of began trying to seek what was going on and realized that there might be some underlying issues. And it took a few months before we were able to begin having some testing done, because the second doctor that we took her to realized that she may be suffering from something called Cushing's. So within that, it makes you gain a whole lot of weight in a very short amount of time, and she developed sleep apnea and then developed a really bad case of pneumonia. And so on May 1st of 2013, she was unresponsive that morning when we had to get her up for school. So she was in the PICU for 3 weeks and then spent 2 weeks there in rehabilitation before she was allowed to come home. And then she was home for 9 days before we think that she redeveloped the pneumonia and passed away because her body just couldn't keep up with what was going on.
It must have been so difficult. When you were in the hospital, as a mother, how did that feel, having your daughter in the hospital?
Your heart is with your child, and you're so focused on what's going on and what do you do and the questions you have to ask and the research you have to do, but we still had 2 other children at home.
Yes.
So that was also tricky too, because it's, who stays and who goes, and juggling your family and what happens with them.
And so what made you decide to start volunteering with the DTM Foundation?
When our small group brought up the Comfort Cooks program with DTM, I was like a little kid on Christmas. I just immediately was like, can we do this, please? Please, can we do this? Yeah. Because I had always wanted to find a way to give back and sort of an understanding of knowing what people are going through and how hard that can be and how time-consuming and stressful. And it was just always wonderful to have people that were just compassionate and empathetic as much as they could be. And so I loved that this was a way that we could do that, especially, you get really tired of eating hospital food.
That's true. And it's expensive.
It is, absolutely.
Yes.
So I loved that this was something that I could do, or that we could do as a small group, where we were bringing in a homemade meal for people that who knows how long they've been there. Whether it's, they just came in or they've been there for a few weeks or a few months. I mean, you have no idea. And it just gives them the opportunity to enjoy a real meal and have conversations with people besides the medical staff.
Yes, and knowing people care about them.
Absolutely.
Yes. I just appreciate it, because you have just done something amazing with your experience, and we just really appreciate that.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you asking me to share my story, and I can't wait to continue to help out, because I absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Glynis.